I told there are many schemes under the government of India. It may be Startup India, Skill India Development Program, and Mudra Program. Under these different programs, he is going to take the financial assistance and he is going to establish his enterprise. So, coming to another definition given by Joseph, an entrepreneur is an advanced entrepreneur is an advanced economy. See, entrepreneur himself is an economy. So I told in the beginning of the class. So he is the drive. So he has to take the economy forward. Especially, I told in this current situation, maybe after this particular problem, maybe the entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship is the real economic drive for any country to take forward, because all countries have totally collapsed with respect to their economy is concerned. So maybe they are all depending on the other countries for most of the products and services. At least now onwards, maybe for our country, at least we will be self-sufficient with respect to produce our own things through all these kind of entrepreneurship. At least you can encourage still more entrepreneurship in the days to come. In this particular context, it itself is an advanced economy. Is an individual who introduces something new in the economy, a method of production, not at even test. See, I told the difference between business and enterprise, especially in case of enterprise entrepreneurship, it is a totally innovative, totally creative. He is the first who actually evolved that particular product or services, whatever it may be, or the method of production, not yet even tested earlier. So many such examples are also there. Many examples are there. By experience in the branch of manufacture concerned, a product with which consumers are not yet familiar. So very new product. I told Ola, Uber, even your Zomato, and so many other things. All these services, even the hotel services. See, all these services have been given by one or other entrepreneurs in our country. A new source of raw materials or a new market and the like. See, earlier we didn't have market for all these things. Now all are becoming consumers for these kind of services, because now they are realized that there are services which are very much required for them. So in this particular context, even everything should be new. So that is also, it is also very important definition, very meaningful definition, which throws very comprehensive meaning of the term entrepreneurship. And an entrepreneur is an agent who buys factors of production at a certain price in order to combine them into product with you to selling it uncertain prices in future. See, in most of the cases, what happens, he also depending on certain other factors of production, raw materials, and finally he will be selling at a different cost for the consumers. Maybe sometimes, of course, in majority of the cases, we hope that he will get some more financial benefits. Maybe raw materials, Shumaga, maybe in Shumaga area, Arakan is a major crop. Who is really interested to take up any such kind of entrepreneurship in that particular area? He may start Araka plate or any other products manufacturing unit, and finally he will sell the commodity product and uncertain prices. It all depends again depending upon the market. Of course, he may get profit. Even sometimes he may indulge losses also in the beginning. So whatever it may be, this is the process. Entrepreneur is a person who bear risk, unites various factors of production to exploit the perceived opportunities in order to evoke demand and create wealth and employment. See, ultimately, you can conclude entrepreneurship. I told in the beginning, entrepreneurship involves three important factors. One is entrepreneur is a person. Here also it is very clear, he is a person and who bears risk. And enterprise is a unit. Finally, it is a final organization. And entrepreneurship is a process. It involves so many things that also you have to keep in mind, starting from idea generation until marketing of the product, until realizing the benefits from that particular product. the process will operates. And coming to entrepreneur is the agent who buy facts. Okay, okay. Then uh, concept of entrepreneurs, of course, there are two sides of coin, conceptually different. Entrepreneurship is a indivisible process, flourishes when the interlinking dimensions of individual. Of course, it is psychologically you can define this particular term. And entrepreneurship comes together such as entrepreneurs traits. There are many traits are there. You should be innovative, you should be risk taking ability, decision making ability, goal setting ability. All these characteristics will be discussed later. You should have leadership qualities. See, unless you should have all these qualities, then only a good entrepreneur can come out, and finally you will succeed in our a current system. Maybe you are lacking one or two traits, you can get those traits and you become good entrepreneur. Doesn't mean that you should be born so. That's why there are many training institutes in our country. They are training individuals. First of all, they build confidence. They will build these traits to individuals through several training process, and finally, as a result, they will emerge as good entrepreneurs. And social encouragement, business opportunities. There are a number of business opportunities. Government policies are supporting. I told many government policies are there. See, one thing you have to keep it in our mind. If entrepreneurship, if it wants to become successful, three important things are considered. One is a entrepreneur should have interest. You should be knowledgeable. You know everything about that particular activity is going to do. But the environment is equally important. So you may ask some question: what is environment? Environment doesn't mean only government support. Even your family support, your family, your peer group, and your neighbors, everybody should support your. See, most of the time people will discourage it. Suppose if you take up any enterprise, people immediately discourage it, you will not succeed. See, the proper environment, government policies, there are many policies, see, infrastructure, all these things will come into the picture. So availability of plenty of resources and opportunities, coverage towards the common good development. And coming to entrepreneurship, of course, I told it is a process. Already we have discussed who is entrepreneur. No doubt he is the person, he is the economic agent, he is the person who initiated the activity. But entrepreneurship is the process. I already told it is the process. So it is a dynamic process. It identifying opportunities in marketplace. There are many opportunities in the market. See, suppose if you go in any street, if you want to become a real entrepreneur, your thinking should be in this particular direction. See, is there any opportunities? Can I get? Can I take it into a marketable enterprise? Just I will quote one example in Ahmedabad. There is one entrepreneur. Just he was walking in the road, walking in the street. He was interested to become entrepreneur, but he doesn't have an idea. So while passing in the street, he came to know that he observed that in street there are some small vendors. They are roasting the groundnut nuts, peanuts, in very conventional old way. A kerosene stove, unhygienic, used in the sand. I think you might have also observed this kind of situation in your places. So he immediately thought, why can't I can convert this process into somewhat improvised way of roasting the groundnut nuts, groundnut. So immediately he started working on that particular area. It was his idea. It was his idea. He incubated. He developed a small machine, solar operated groundnut roasting machine. So it is environmental friendly, even cheap, and of course roasting. Of course, quality is also high. People consumers will prefer that kind of things. See, this is the way in which one can identify the opportunity. So it may looks very small example. There are many such examples are there. Why I am quoting this example? While going in road also we could able to find many such kind of opportunities. It involves creates wealth by bringing together resources in new ways to start and operate an enterprise. So coming to uh, another thing is a process. Then next one, there is one more definition function of foreseeing investment and production opportunities, organizing an enterprise to undertake a new production process, raising capital. Of course, no doubt you have to raise capital. See, sometimes you may think that from where you get money. So, no doubt the banks are giving you financial assistance. You may have your own small resources also. Even sometimes some angel investors are there. That is nowadays it is very upcoming term, angel investors. So now in business schools like IIM, IITs, every year they used to conduct a big, huge innovations day. They will present their ideas in a big platform, and many investors will come and they will see the ideas. And if they convinced, if that idea is really good, so they voluntarily come and invest on certain enterprises. So that is what we can call it as angel investors. Maybe after some time we can see this particular thing. Uh, this is about uh, PPTs. No, there are no new admits. I will admit of people. Down now. Yeah. Now coming to a conclusion of course this particular process, it is nothing but risk bearing. Entrepreneurship is nothing but risk bearing, no doubt. Already we have discussed enough about these things. It should be innovating. Unless our idea is innovating or innovative in terms, the people may not be in the position to accept it as a enterprise. And of course, he has to organize resources from different organizations and individuals, a group of people to achieve goal through production or distribution of products or services. See, it is a very comprehensive understanding of entrepreneurship. No doubt, entrepreneurship is initially risk-bearing aspect, and it should be innovative. Innovation only can catch the attention of the buyers or the users. And set of activities performed by an entrepreneur. Does entrepreneur proceed entrepreneurship? So entrepreneurship and enterprise. I told in the beginning of the class, these are the three important components of this particular course. Entrepreneur is a person, is an actor or a subject. Entrepreneurship is a process or an act, or of course it is a verb, and enterprise is the outcome or the object. So why I'm telling this particular thing at the end is, though you are all understanding the concept of entrepreneurship, in order to make this still more clear, in order to bring still more clarity, so I think this particular slide is more meaningful. Uh, so once you understand all these different things, creativity and innovations are very important for any entrepreneurship. Already I told. So you know what is creativity. See, creativity is nothing but, of course, the ability to use even imagination to develop new ideas, new things, or new solutions. I will quote some examples also, some photos also I will show at the end. Innovation, of course, in our agriculture extension students, maybe this particular term is more familiar because it is, of course, practical application or implementation of ideas in the field situation or innovation in order to make, of course, marketable products, process, or methods such that they add value to the existing one. A new way of doing the thing is nothing but innovation. And invention is creation of something that has never been made before. Yeah, suppose if I want to give some example in the beginning slide, I think you might have observed. I show one bulb. It was the, it was invented long back, long back. Bulb was the example for invention. So innovation, if you use the similar bulb and you develop one insect trap. See, insect trap is innovation in that bulb is used already. That how bulb is effectively used in our day-to-day activities. So in order to address some of the problems, so insect problem, suppose if you develop one trap, that is what we call it as innovation. I think now you understand. I gave very simple example. Bulb is an example for invention, and if you use the similar bulb and develop one insect trap, that is nothing but innovation. And for all these creativities, see, this is very important. And coming to, of course, meaning of creativity, innovation. Of course, many of you are very much aware. Anyhow, I put all these just for your understanding. Uh, and so this is one example. Then relationship between entrepreneurship, innovation, and creativity. All these things are. Say, just I will quote an example. This Kit Kat chocolate. Kit Kat chocolate. So before designing this particular chocolate, I think this was the motivating factor. See, the bench, the wooden bench was the motivating factor. If you see the chocolate, it looks almost similar to this particular. So this is one thing. Of course, nowadays many innovations are there. Many innovations are there. Example for productive innovations. So nothing but these are the examples for creativity. Even if you take cars, the how over a period of time, how evolved a product performance uh, in the beginning, how it looks at the end, and uh, of course, what is innovation? Already we have discussed enough. It is a new product or a new process, opening a new market, that is very important. New way of organizing the business, new source of supply. So all these things are coming under this innovation. So even there is one the school of thought. When age, of course, maybe in the younger age, more will be the innovation. That's why, of course, India, fortunately, country of youngsters, we have to explore these youngsters' mindset, their innovativeness, their creativity. So over a period of time, definitely the creativity will come down. The age advances, creativity also comes down. That is the result of one particular study. Uh, then coming to uh, so in this second half of the class, so I told innovations are very important for entrepreneurship or creativity. They are the starting point for take up any entrepreneurship for that matter. So now we are in this situation. COVID-19 is the situation where our country is facing. So in this situation also, there are many innovations came up. So sometimes necessity is the mother of inventions. Many such kind of statements. So now necessity came. Somehow you have to come out from this particular crisis. So many individuals, innovation should come from one individual. Is thinking maybe he or a group of people think, and finally they come out with some kind of new thing. I think yesterday newspaper you might have seen this particular innovation. So now KSRTC, the old buses they converted into the disinfection chambers. Maybe after some time, of course, we have, need to take care of this particular disease even after so many days, even a few months also. In all KSRTC bus stands, maybe in future days, these kind of entry points. So people should come and enter through this particular bus. It will disinfect that individuals. Of course, to some extent, this will help for hygienic services. Um, and coming to another example, so I think recently the trains have been converted into uh, the almost the hospitals and all facilities have been created for the COVID patients because now this is why it is the innovations means now trains are not being moving, they are simply kept idle. Of course the infrastructure is there, so why can't we make, because the number, if it is fortunately by God grace we are not reached to that number, but anyhow if that situation comes, so even trains can also be made use as hospitals for treating the treatments will of all medical facilities they have created. Then recently, Narendra Modi, of course, our Honorable Prime Minister, conducted the cabinet meeting. During that meeting, the social distance was maintained. So it is nothing but an innovation. So it is inevitable to conduct meeting. But here also, there is an element of innovation. There is an element of innovation, which is a lesson for others how to maintain social distance. So this is kind of innovation. Then another thing is, see, recently in Mysore, one of the pharmaceutical company, they only innovate some medically protective equipments for the medical workers who are, of course, they are struggling hard. We should be thankful to them in this particular situation. Also, they are struggling hard to save the lives of many people. So in this particular situation, this is particular in this particular new innovative protective device is helping. Of course, this is very low cost, cheap, using local materials. They are doing this kind of thing. This is nothing but one of the best example for the innovation. Of course, innovation is also a fancy. And in recently, of course, this first time Mysore again the disinfection chamber before entering into market, low cost disinfection, while people when they pass through, of course they some chemical spray, of course some minimum hygienic can be bring into the that particular place. This is also one of the example for the innovation in this difficult situation. See, why I am telling, so normally this, see, of course Opcoms now supplying all vegetables to the doorsteps. This is our own example. And this is one of the example in maybe in Tamil Nadu. So see, social distance, how social distance is maintained. This particular innovation is so cheap, so low cost innovation. So he is putting the product through this particular pipe, and it is channelizing, and finally it will reach to the bag. So though it looks very simple, but it has got its own value. Innovation, most of the people will think that innovation is something developing a satellite, going to moon, Mars mission. They are big innovation. In local level, small innovations which will help more number of people will have more value than very big innovations. And recently, one of our family doctor he sent a message that in this particular situation, it is not possible to meet him physically, so that even he is ready to give advice online, so that even we can pay online through Google Pay and get the medical advice. This is also nothing but one particular innovation. And coming to the mosque, in the beginning, I told now, see, even many SAGs, many NGOs, and even many people who are in jail inmates. Of course, I read in newspaper in Parapanagra every day 2,000 masks. Of course, similarly in all other jails, altogether 8,000 masks have been distributed by the people. It is also one of the very good venture opportunity for the, of course, entrepreneurship opportunity for them. And webinars, you see, and now it is become a fancy term. Anyhow, webinars now, social distancing. It is not possible to meet together people, of course, on various topics. Various topics are being organized, and people contributing their ideas, their innovative things. Such webinars are keep on organizing in our country. Uh, and of course, though it looks very fancy, but it is also one kind of a protective device developed by a few individuals. It is nothing but one of the best example for innovations. And coming to and recently, I came to know that even in yesterday newspaper, of course, yesterday news, some of the students, of course, our staff members are already aware. Even while detecting the COVID patients, now it is taking almost 2 days, sending sample, getting results. Finally, it will be made known to others. But even some doctors, they came out with a small innovative idea that even what is their idea is they will take the X-ray of the healthy person. They are already having X-ray copy of the infected COVID people X-ray copies. They will compare it. So immediately within a minute they will tell that this particular person is not having the infection. See, now they sent it to Indian Institute of Medical Research, IMR. But I don't know how either they are considered, either it is technically all right. This is kind of innovation. See, through that we can avoid the time. See, instead of sending a sample, getting the result, see, by seeing two X-rays also we can come to know. So another last example I will quote now. Government of Karnataka come out with a app, new app. In that particular app, all COVID patients' details have already positive. We have got positive. Their numbers, everything is uploaded. See, even suppose if you are moving in the road, any person who is already having COVID, if he is come maybe nearer to you, it will give alarm. So this kind of innovative app already developed. See, if I want to tell, there are many such examples. See, why I'm telling all these things. See, of course, necessity is the mother of innovation. In any situation, also there are many such innovations being emerged. So similarly, maybe after this period, so you start thinking in this direction. So there are many ways of addressing things. You don't depend. That is only one way. You have to address so many ways through that you can able to come out from this particular situation. Just why I shown all these pictures. Of course, you may know some more examples also. Only thing is, the innovation, creativity are the very important basic things for entrepreneurship. See, here in this situation, we saw many such kind of innovations. Similarly, maybe after some time also we could able to see many innovations. So now I think I will close the class. Maybe if you have any doubts, I will stop any doubts. Uh, you can discuss uh, or you can share maybe some more examples also you are aware. Uh, I think Shailesh can contribute something. Shailesh,
Hello, sir.
have you listened to my lecture, whatever I told?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what is your reaction?
Sir?
Are you listening?
Hello.
Are you hearing properly? Any problem with respect to your audio?
No, sir. No problem, sir. I can hear, sir. No.
Uh-huh. Anything you want to add? Any innovations you come across during the recent days?
During recent days, no innovations, but in dairy they have providing in milk society
Uh-huh.
with their
Uh-huh.
profit they are providing free masks to their members, sir.
Mm.
While pouring milk,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
they have to come close now. That's why they are providing free masks in with their dairy profits, sir,
Yes, yes.
to their members only.
Okay, okay, okay. Any others? Anusha Yadav? Anusha Yadav? Just randomly I'm asking. I think she is there. Anusha Yadav? Yes? Uh, can you contribute something? Just I want to check either you are listening to me or not. If you have anything to add, anything to contribute, definitely you can contribute. Yes, Anusha?
Excellent.
Huh? Are you hearing?
Sir, some network problem.
Huh? Network problem? You have network problem? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Which place you are? Where are you?
Sir,
Huh?
Shidlagata, sir.
Duplicate. Duplicate. Okay, okay. So any other students can contribute. Anyone, of course. Anyone can contribute. Hmm? From our extension department. Any other students?
அப்பா என்னன்னா வந்து ஆனால் வந்து இதுக்கு வந்து
Bhumika.
என்ன சொல்கிறேன் வந்து வருவேன்.
Ganesh Murthy, are you hearing?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing, sir.
Ganesh Murthy? Yes, yes. So no interruption? No interruption?
It's all going well, sir.
Yeah. Suresh sir is there? Sir?
I'm very
Suresh
much
sir?
here. Yeah, I'm very much here, hearing to your class.
Sir, very good.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So in between some technical problem, anyhow.
It's
Yes.
network
Thank you,
or
sir.
something else. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Our extension student Sindhu. Sindhu? Sindhu?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Are you hearing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you contribute something from your side?
Actually, there is nothing to contribute, but whatever you told, like innovations at the small level is necessary. At this point of time, whatever you told was right, sir. Actually, getting innovations from the smaller scale is very important. I found many people making their masks in the home itself using new socks and all. So
Okay.
might be that also contributed as an innovation.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, good, good, good. Huh? Okay. By this, I will conclude this particular class. Maybe next week we will meet, and I will take up the another topic. Of course, today is introductory. Maybe we will come out with some more examples. Maybe for your assignment also. So maybe during this particular week, suppose if you come across any such kind of innovations, definitely we can contribute during the next class. Let it be interactive.
Raghuprasad.
If at all you have any doubts, definitely.
Raghuprasad,
Sir, tell me, sir.
tomorrow morning 9 o'clock I'm taking the class for agriculture extension junior MSc students. Morning 9 o'clock.
Yes,
I
yes.
just
I think,
change the password and the
yes, yes.
yeah,
I think
meeting
this is the information for all agriculture extension students. Dr. S.V. Suresh, sir, controller, our controller is going to take class tomorrow. So we are also going to become part of that particular class tomorrow. I think all extension students should come and join tomorrow morning. Okay? Huh?
9
So
o'clock
with
I
this,
take the password and meeting ID.
it's okay, sir. You send through that WhatsApp group. Already you have created group.
I'll do that.
You please send it, sir.
Sure.
We will also join.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
Huh?
Raghuprasad.
Now I will close.
It was nice
close.
hearing to you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, uncle.
Bye.